Hey friends, it's Nitya with Nitya Living. It's feeling like summer. Oh my gracious. It is time to look at the flying stars Feng Shui for the month of June. And, as we are in the last days of the month of May, the month of the snake, we reflect back to the blog that I wrote and the video that I posted talking about the punishment. And I know that that's, some of these terms we identify with what we know that word to mean, but this is in a different context. So a punishment is kind of like an affliction or something working against you, okay? And sets up, it's not like this is going to happen, there is never a hard, fast, this is the way it's going to be. There's always shifting parts and there's possibilities of different choices being made that can make a situation that is potentially harmful less harmful, just with the action of mindfulness. Being aware is the beginning. So as I talked about this punishment of snake with tiger and monkey, if those three happen to be in your chart, some people live with this affliction. Sorry, I got some bug bites being outside in the mountains this weekend. Anyway, so this is a shift from a really problematic month of May. And remember, in the year of this Yang water tiger, there's 2 months that I really predicted being the most challenging: May with the snake and August. I think August is going to be very revealing for our world. Being a monkey, being the trickster, and mixing up with the tiger who's so volatile. And I think there's going to be a lot of changes and things to look for. In the meantime, we're talking about June. Let's be right here now. And the recognizing that the system of Feng Shui, how we work in harmony with our environment, has been a practice that's been around for thousands of years with incredible successes when we are able to correctly identify the flow of energy in our home, our office, our property in such a way that it enhances our lives and we're able to thrive. That being said, you can have an astrology chart that is really bad or neutral or could be potentially bad, difficult, challenging, and then you move into a home that is so supportive and so uplifting and the flow is so great that you can neutralize your misfortunes. In the same way, if that home were not a good supportive home, your life could be really turn for the worst. I always say the first few months, the first year of living in a place will tell you a lot about relationships, money, health, all the things. So when we apply Feng Shui to our lives, we are in the flow of energy. And the monthly, so there's annual stars, there's the map, the initial map that's created, the flying stars, at the time that the house is built or the time that the house is renovated, okay? And that map is the destiny of your home or office. Now, beyond that, we have annual flying stars, and we also have monthly. You can go so far as even down to the day and the hour if you are doing something like date selection to figure out the best time to get married, to sign a contract, like buying a home, things like that. The horse, this particular month, the horse itself, the snake is yang fire, the little earth and a little metal tucked inside. And the horse is yin fire with the little earth tucked inside, but sitting on top of this is yang fire. This is I have a feeling we are going to see some record heat in the month of June. So, June 6th is the beginning. Remember, we're moving with the Chinese calendar. So June 6th is the beginning of the month of the Yang Fire Horse, and it is a very fiery time because the horse and the tiger combine to make more fire. Plus, if you have in your astrology a dog, and possibly also a tiger and a horse, like myself, then it's super charged up with a full fire trio. A semi-fire trio is created with just the horse and the tiger, and we all will feel that, whether you have those animals in your chart or not. And fire may be a great element for you. It could be a not good element for you. You will only know if your Bazi Chinese astrology reading has been done. I'm happy to do that for you, but unfortunately, or fortunately, good for me, maybe not so for you, I have had a surge of requests for chart readings, and I am probably at a 8-week turnaround at this point, 6 to 8 weeks. So let's dive into each of the directions to see what information we can glean so that we can make gentle tweaks and adjustments in our environment to ensure that we are taking advantage of the best energies while depressing the worst energies, right? That's what we want to do. With knowledge and awareness, we can manipulate energy to our advantage. That's the key, really and truly. Knowledge. So, let's dive in. First of all, the center, which we have been talking about now for 5 months. We're not quite halfway through the year. So the 5 stars in the center. The great thing about this is the center is considered a blocked area. It's trapped energy. Now, if this were a great star that was flying in, we would be like, oh no, we can't, it's really hard to access this energy. But for this year, the 5 star is the most volatile, dangerous energy to enter a home and a property. That being said, if you have a powder room, a closet, a storage room in the center of your home or office, that is fabulous because that is kind of like a neutral territory we don't have to worry about. The worst would be a hot water heater or a furnace in this area or an elevator because it would be so active and fired up. I would personally leave home for the year. Serious up. It is that dangerous. Now, the 5 star, this month of June, the 7 star flies in. And those two together, the 7 star is, I always think of as a giant sword. It is going to really activate violence in all kinds of situations. So we already have this very problematic center to our home and office. And we're going to add to that the 7 star. This really is like a bomb waiting to be detonated. This is a lawsuit that goes bad, like bankruptcy, like serious illness. So this is an area we want to keep dark, silent, and undisturbed at all cost. Okay, I cannot emphasize that enough. We want to focus on draining the center with only metal, a round metal bowl. I like to put a framed poem or prayer in the center of my home to protect my home and myself. That's another option. You don't want to have any images of family or friends. Nothing that is personal to you. Okay. Already seeing a typo in this blog. So on Knit Your Living, you can get all this information and more. So now, I guess always laughing to myself. I do so much, and there's just no way for me to go through anything without there being a typo. It's all good. So the Northeast is one of the best directions for this month of June. The 8th star of wealth and success and abundance is in the Northeast, which happily is my front door. And in June is joined with the 1 water star. But we know that water and earth do not flow together. Just like when you're at the beach is one of the best ways that you can see what earth does to water. It absorbs it, right? And so that needs to be mitigated. So what we're going to do is continue with what we had started in May, which is removing fire and focusing just on earth and metal, because the metal is a mitigating element between earth and water. Okay, so these are all good things. Remember that the Grand Duke is in the Northeast for 2022, so we need to be quiet in this area, but activate it. You can use an area without banging, digging, or loud construction, and just enjoy using the room, using the front door, not slamming the door though. Just be mindful, okay? The 3 star is in the east. This is one of the worst directions of the month. The 3 star is problematic because it's all about arguments, fighting, not getting along, and the 5 star flies in. Now, the good thing is the 5 star is earth, and in a woody direction like the east, it's greatly weakened, but it still adds a really destructive aspect to the 3 star. And that being said, there is greater threat of a fight turning violent, divorce, loss of wealth. This is not a room to spend time in. Hopefully you don't have an eastern facing front door. If you do, I would use a different entrance. If this is a bedroom in the east, sleep somewhere else. Serious up, this is the stuff that I do. If this is a bedroom, you have no other option, put a Wooloo health gourd by your bedside. Okay. The best bet is to just keep the room dark and undisturbed. Moving to the 4 star in the southeast, this is a beautiful direction, the southeast. This is where my bedroom is. It's a super energized peach blossom of romance. It's a beautiful place for studies, for creative projects, for romance, for making babies. And the 6 star flies in the month of June, and wow, so much success and good fortune. It's like the cherry on top of the cake. Really wonderful. The only negative is that the 6 star is metal, and this is a wood direction. So again, Needing to mitigate, we're going to add some blue, turquoise for the month of June. And I would use that kind of like if it's a bedroom, like a bed cover that's turquoise, maybe some pillows that you have. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can just be the slightest thing. But again, with intention. Always place your cures with intention. Okay. Then we go to the south, which has got this wonderful 9-star of future wealth and good fortune, like dreams coming true, squashed in June. Oh my gracious, the 2-star of sickness and misfortune flies in, and this is volatile because the 2-star is earth, fed by the fieriness of the south. So this is really unfortunate. Again, if it's a bedroom, put a Wulu health gourd by your bedside for protection. All the cures are listed on the blog for the year. And it's not like you have to remove everything that you've placed for the year. What we're doing is sometimes tweaking things just enough to accommodate the monthly flying star to make sure that you are getting the best and depressing the worst. Always, always. So the south, we want to really be very, very careful with anything fire related. It's already a fiery direction. And so that being said, I would be really careful with anything explosive, anything flammable. Like, for instance, if you have a fireplace, a grill, a barbecue, fire pit, all these things, I would not use those. Move them to a different area. We come around to the southwest where the 2-star of sickness and misfortune is, and that is met with the very happy, loving, creative 4-star. And the 4-star is wood in a very earthy direction that is very dominated by this negative influence. And therefore, I would just continue to depress the 2-star with metal objects and metal colors, black, white, gray. Very zen. Then we move to the west. The 7-star is in the west. This is a fighting star. This is bankruptcy. This is great misfortune. The 9-star flies in, really explosive. This is car crash. This is gunfire. This is bombs blowing up. Yeah, not a happy combination, friends. This is something to avoid. So look at where the west is in your house. For me, it's my back door. I have literally been walking the lawnmower, which I fold up like a baby carriage. I've been wheeling it through my house to take it out the northeast front door this year to avoid activating the 7-star by carrying this big heavy thing down the back steps. Like, what could go wrong, right? These are the things I'm talking about. So the cure that we've been using is blue with black, white, and gray. But I would take the blue out because for this month, it's just volatile. There's really nothing you can do. And the 9-star being fiery, the only way to mitigate it is to add earth, and the earth is just going to feed the metal. So you see, sometimes the best solution is leave it alone. Dark, quiet. Another happy area to activate is the northwest, which has the 6-star being visited by the 8-star. This is ka-ching, ka-ching. Money, money, money. Great area to have an office. Great area to have a front door. Money, 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 money. Success, success, success. And for that, I would definitely say that you want to add to the Northwest the colors of the earthy colors, peach and yellow and tan and brown, terracotta, chamois, these rich earth tones that will feed the metal and keep the 8-star strong. Neutralizing is what I was saying for the North, which is where the 1-star of success and good fortune is for 2022. The 3-star, that's a wood star, visits this month. And I would say that the 3-star is nourished by the watery nature of the North, and cautions us against legal issues and arguments, misunderstanding, disharmony. This might actually be a problematic area for communication. Okay, so, all of this information, again, highlights the flow of our energies around us, and so that we aren't a victim of these changing energies, but more working with them. Okay, so I welcome your comments. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you get a notification when I put a post up. And thank you so much for checking in today. Be well, and I'll see you soon.